Welcome to Downshift. JR, we're here with the Nissan Z, and it is brilliant. And it has been brilliant since it came out in March when we went and drove it around the desert in Las Vegas.
Wow, the lights just said fuck you.
The lights are not into it, and I can understand because I'm also tired. But you know, whatever, we're going to power through. This is the same blue that we had in Las Vegas. A lot of the styling has been taken from the original 240. You've got lots of styling elements from the 240, but you also have nods to things like the 350 and the door handles, and you've got the tail lights from the 300ZX. But this is $40,000 as base. Here, tested in the performance pack, you've got $50,000. Really long hood, classic 240, and then you've got this kind of Y cut in the hood, very classic 240 as well, including the split headlight design, very 240 as well. And then classic, just big rectangle grille up front. I have to stop saying classic 240 because I'm just going to keep saying it. But anyway, it is very.
It is a classic though. You're not lying.
Very handsome car.
It is a gorgeous looking car.
Yes, I think it looks excellent. I like the new Nissan badge with the white there. Around the side here, 3 of the tires of the 4 are the same. That's not from factory, that's not supposed to be that way, but it is here. So we've got Bridgestone Potenza S007s. This, I think, is the weak point of the car. The Toyota Supra comes on Pilot Super Sports from Michelin, and that's a better tire. You do have raised forged aluminium wheels, so nice light
wheels.
Unsprung weight, keeping it down. Very good. Red painted brake calipers as
19-inch right there.
Yep. And then all the way down here, it's got a nice kind of subtle design to it. And then you get to these 350Z door handles.
I think my only comment I would make on the side is I think these are a little tucked. I would get a spacer and make it a little bit more flush with the fender.
Mate, you would space everything
you've
just done.
I love
and your
flushness.
G looks very good, mate.
I do love
looks
flushness.
Very good. Can we talk about this right quick? Hey? Black?
Black roof?
Hey? But not here. Samurai sword, katana, if you will. Black roof though. I like this nice subtle hip. It's a lot more exaggerated and embellished on the Supra, but
Can you unlock it so we can see the LED tail lights?
Mate, what have I told you? I've got 3 pockets. I've got 3 keys in my pocket. I got on number 2. That's not bad.
All right.
It's done nothing.
That's done
It's done nothing. These are good though. These are like a modern interpretation of the 300ZX, which is your favorite.
It is.
Nissan Z. You're wrong, but that's fine. I get it. Nice Z here. This is the first one to not have a number associated with it. It is just the Nissan Z. Black lower fascia, black diffuser, and then dual exhaust. The automatic car is louder than the manual car. You're going to do like a catless exhaust anyway, so who cares? You're going to modify it. It sounds okay. What do you think?
I think it sounds okay. Yeah, I wish it was an active exhaust system so you could make it a little bit louder, but I think that they thought, you know what, this is a tuner-centric car. People are probably just going to tune it in any case.
Yes. It's fine. It gives you a little bit of drama, a little bit of theater, but it is noticeably louder in the automatic. Big, cavernous opening for your rear hatch. And then you have a nice, decent size space, but it is very shallow. You can move this out the way if you're more intelligent than me, which is not hard, obviously. But there is no, I'm not going to have it. There is additional storage down there. You also do have some storage behind your seats there, but I think my favorite angle of the car is just this right here.
Yeah,
nice back quarter.
Nice hip flare here. Do you want to give us a start? I can show the tail lights and then also a little rev.
I would love to.
Yeah, these are really cute. Look at that little 3D look to them. Hello everyone, we are on the interior now, and I just want to say that it's really roomy in here. It's spacious, have a lot of headroom, and the seats are very comfortable, nice bolstering. Your controls are, you know, on the sides here, so they've kept with tradition with the previous generations. We have a disgusting automatic here, which we would...
Tell me how you feel.
Yeah, we would prefer that anyone that is going to get this, and if you're an enthusiast, you're probably going to get the manual, which we would recommend.
That would be the proper choice. This is the same box that's in the front here.
I think overall, the materials in here are just pretty cheap, and a lot of it is actually carryover from the 370Z, and it makes sense because this is a pretty affordable car. So, you know, they spent money on the the actual like drivability of this thing and the experience behind the wheel, and not so much on the interior. So that makes sense. I feel like they put the dollars where it actually matters. This center console is okay. It's kind of small. I will say that the rear view camera quality is pretty shit, but like whatever. You actually have, you know, physical buttons for the HVAC controls, which I really like. You do have your 3 traditional clusters here, which is your boost, turbo speed, and the voltage of your battery. Boost.
Sick.
Digital dash, which is really, really cool. And you have another, so this is like obviously your driver orientated view that you would kind of go in. You have your boost there, you have your revs, what gear you're in, engine oil temp, water temp, diff oil. So a lot of good information here, and you can change it. And the way to change this is under change meter view.
Triggered. Triggered.
This is the normal one.
Show them enhanced.
Yeah.
I love this. Show them enhanced.
Not enhanced at all. How do you feel about this enhanced view, Matt?
I don't know, because you don't like me going on rants.
No, just tell me. Just tell me how you feel.
I think it's completely mislabeled. It's stupid. When I think of meter view, I think of like going to my electrical utility provider and seeing what electricity like. This is just stupid.
It is a dumb name to change.
There's another thing called like personal display. Look, personal display.
That would make sense.
How is the display menu not the display?
This should be changed, and I don't know why they called it meter. And also enhanced. What is this? A fucking subwoofer on either side of my.
You can't say fucking.
I can't.
No.
Can I?
People will be mad.
Why? Why actually can't I swear?
I mean, you can,
but
people are going to think you're a twat.
No, they won't.
Yes.
No, they won't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I love you.
But
what?
Why did you got me off topic.
You wanted me to go on a rant about the display.
No, but then you made a comment about whatever.
What?
But anyway, this is the best view, I think, is in sport meter view.
Sport meter view, right. Not enhanced.
But let's go for a drive, because honestly, that's probably the best thing about this car.
Correct.
Is its road manners.
Correct. It's not the interior, I'll tell you that much.
It's definitely not. But Nissan Z from a dig.
From a loads of wheel spin. Loads of wheel spin at the top of first.
Yes.
Loads.
I think we can credit that to, one, not the best performance tires from the factory, and 2, having 2 different sets on the rear.
Right, so we actually have the S007s, which are okay, and then we have VR31R or something, like a damn near race compound tire, but like one that was put on in June.
Yeah.
So it's been chewed up and used and abused, and it needs to be replaced.
They just accidentally.
And also, it's like cold-ish.
They left it. Why did I put my blinker on?
Do not take this corner that fast, because you will lose the rear end.
Why did I just put my blinker on, though? Okay, but anyway, let's talk about the engine. So you have a, ooh, it sounds nice. You have a 3-liter twin-turbo V6.
Yes.
400 horsepower, 350 pound-feet of torque.
Right, it's the VR30 engine. We're familiar with this from the Red Sport Twins. Open deck, you know, so it's a good little engine. I think it pulls well. It does not have the same punch as the Supra. What do you think?
I agree with you. I think that we kind of had this conversation because we actually had the Supra. We went to the Nissan Z launch event, and then we came back to the Supra at our house. So
yeah, we drove them basically back to back.
Yeah, and I think I would agree. I think that the Supra is a bit more punchier.
It just feels sharper. It feels more athletic.
I mean,
it feels a little bit more put together.
It was spinning a little bit in second gear there.
Right.
But
and to be fair, it is a little bit cold out. I don't know the exact temperature, but
that's like 60 degrees.
It's late October in Milwaukee, right? So it's not super warm. It's not the deserts of Nevada.
I'm just trying to, I think, you know, this automatic gearbox, it's not a dual clutch, obviously.
No.
I would recommend that you get this thing in a manual because it's a lot more fun.
It's weird because it's the Mercedes design, which I actually really like the Mercedes 9-speed, but it's built by Jatco. And it just, yeah, like it's weird because there's some places where it feels sharp Actually, in automatic mode, it feels weirdly a little bit more sharp in places, but then like at highway speeds doing a pull, especially if you're not near redline, it just feels lazy a little bit. The downshifts aren't nearly as crisp as I would like them to be. The upshifts take, you know, 500 RPM to get done. It's just weird.
It's kind of cool. The manual actually comes with rev matching, which is really nice.
Yeah, the manual comes with carbon fiber drive shaft as well, and launch control.
Yes.
It's so good. Actually, I don't love the clutch take up. Me and second gear are not friends.
Yes, but it could have also just been that specific.
It could also be that I'm just shit at driving, which is possible. That's probably probable.
So one thing I did want to mention, the suspension on this thing has obviously been revised and enhanced, and it's actually quite an intricate system. It's actually more complex, or I guess newer technology compared to the Supra.
Yeah, I mean, Supra gets strut front suspension, so it's a little bit less sophisticated. This gets aluminium dual wishbones up front, and then I think in the rear as well, it's a multi-link. So it's a little bit more robust than the Supra. However, the Supra does have the adaptive dampers. These are static rate. The Supra also has a lot more of the underfloor covered up, so it's more aero stable at speed. This is a little bit more arcane in that way. So it's not to say that this is bad, but I think it inherently, since it does not have the adaptive rate suspension, it has to make compromises. So it's not quite as stiff on the track. There is weight transition to the front, under braking, to the sides, under cornering, and then obviously towards the rear when you're accelerating. So you don't get that as much in the Supra. What else was I going to say? They've increased the contact patch on this by like 12%, so you get more grip from the tire. And I believe they've increased chassis rigidity by 11%, 12%.
Yeah, so it's a 370, like I guess, chassis that they took, but they basically revised it and enhanced it to increase rigidity.
Yeah, it's the legacy chassis, but to me, I'm not bothered by the chassis at all. I'm not feeling like chassis flex under cornering. I'm just feeling like the rear end, it does slide out more than I would expect.
But I think you put some new,
you put proper tires on it, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be a lot better. I believe Savage Geese is the one that put these VR71 REs on. And they did a much more comprehensive, like, head-to-head comparison with this and the Supra on more compatible tires. And I think it was a lot more representative of what this thing could do.
This thing sounds great though. And I think for what it is, this price point, they really did a good job with this seat. I think that they did the naming well. Oh, it is so loud.
I can hear a lot coming in from the back.
Yeah.
I don't think they do much of any
sound dampening.
They don't do any like sound through the speakers, right?
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, this gearbox is.
This is just what you do all day when I'm not around. Yeah, you just bang through third and fourth gear at redline.
This is what they want to see. What are you talking about?
I'm just joking. But yeah, I think this is a fun car. I think when we really think about it, the thing is they didn't have to do this, right? We're now in the transition towards EV. It's not a hybrid. It's not PHEV. It's not EV. They brought us a, I guess, quote unquote, new Nissan Z. So yeah, I think they get a lot of credit for that. It's not perfect. The interior is kind of, bargain bin, but it's also being built to a price point, and they have R&D budgets they have to fix to, and I think for what you're paying for here, it's competitive, at least. I think it's fun. It's a fun car for sure.
I'm trying to think, is there any final thoughts?
No, I think that is my final thought.
Get the manual though.
Yes, absolutely. Hunted and killed fucking birds, and now I'm tired because I've taken life from another living creature. Sorry if I smell. Do I smell?
No, you don't smell.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Are you just being nice?
Look at that great fucking camera quality.
It looks like the inside of a fishbowl from when I was a child and wasn't taking care of my things. Or we could just keep talking about fish.
Why are you so funny off camera but not on camera?
Because
so
once
annoying.
it's rolling, then it's real. There's pressure. There's pressure to perform, right? That's why I get all clammy in the bedroom as well. And then I come to your apartment, and then you're inquiring about my sexual prowess.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you have done. How's Matt performing? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Sorry, is that good?
Yes, that's good.
Okay.
Wait, why did I ask that again?
Because you were asking about my work performance, is what you meant.
Oh yeah, and then everyone got quiet.
Yeah, because you asked it literally, how's Matt performing? Which is the only way you describe something is if it's sexual in nature.
That was really funny.
Everyone stopped and was like, I'd like to hear the answer to this.
Yeah, I got so quiet in there.
Tuesday, 1.
All right, guys, and we are on the interior.
Stop calling them guys. There could be girls out there.
All right, 3,
Hello,
2.
chaps and chapesses.
All right, 3, 2, 1.